Alright, so we're making another Minecraft video because I'm tired and don't want to make another War Thunder one. Um, that's serious. Right, I started out on this mildly clickbait title because it's only the last thing that is. I love doing this to myself. I'll start out in like areas that just feel so random to me. Um, so first off, today's gonna be a little bit different. Because I got the suggestion from a fellow small content creator who I watch, Ash, or maybe just Ash. Can't read. Recommended that I use one of the AI inspirations, which, oh my lord, which is no longer visible, and I can't show it to you now, but it was like something like a conversation and maybe even a debate about the Minecraft recipe book. And I gotta say, I can't actually talk about this now that I think about it. I don't really like using it. Like, I don't know if any of you guys have watched any of my previous videos, but I almost never turn on this thing. And that's because I'm a long time player and have pretty much all the recipes memorized. But, additionally, that there are alternates to recipes. Like, alternate methods of crafting recipes that, ooh, they don't show a lot. Like, I can't remember the name of the Frostwalker 2 that's replacing multi-shot. Mending. Okay. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. We'll just replace that. Because we don't really need a potion of weakness. I have an extra slot. I'm going back. You missed one. No, we didn't actually miss anything. Yes, that makes sense. I don't know. I've just got some mixed feelings on the recipe book. It's like they don't show you alternate recipes for anything. Like the recipe book never told me that I don't know if it's on Java or just Bedrock, but the recipe book sure as hell never told me that you could craft a stone cutter with, instead of stone, as the recipe book shows, you can also craft it with andesite, diorite, or granite. I also find it a little clunky to use, especially on. Well, honestly, it's just kind of a clunky thing to use, in my opinion. I think it's the app. I don't know which one. Just enough items. That's the one. That's the one that I usually add into my Minecraft mod packs. I think that's the one that does that, but it gives you all the crafting recipes, all the alternate recipes, and it's just so easy. You can click on something and you can see how to craft it. I can't remember which one is right click and which one is left click, and the other click It shows what you can craft with said item. So if you're a guy who just got the Heart of the Sea for the first time, you can figure out how to craft a conduit. Because I didn't know you could craft conduits. No one crafts conduits. Like, let's just be real here. The only people who ever get conduits are like actually like not even 100 days. This is like long term, like fills a length, hardcore series. Uh, like, and also, there's just so few items you can see on this. It's literally a 5x4. When I use just enough items, I get like it's like covering this entire half of my screen. It's insane. I can see like I don't actually remember how many it was, but it's a lot of items. And it works. It's really, really compatible with mod packs. Because you get mod packs, they add like 50 billion items. It's actually crazy how much items you can get from some mod packs. But stuff like just enough items that works. But if you're just doing the regular recipe book, you only get those 20 recipes, and then you have to hit another page and another and another. And sure, the small size, the just enough items recipe book might make it easier to scroll past them, but how much is that really going to change? Ugh. Oh, I thought that was Warner Trader. That's just regular llamas. So yeah, I'm done talking about that. It is actively thunderstorming where I am right now, so I would not be surprised if the Wi-Fi or something went out. Or even worse, the power went out as a whole. That'd be rough. I'd have to restart the recording or something. No, I wouldn't. It'd just be sudden end. I wouldn't have any of my awkward goodbye that I'm 90% sure my viewers don't ever see. Except for the handful of my actual IRL friends who actually watch this video. Thank you. Oh, that could have been fatal. I missed the jump. This is really odd generation. I don't see this very often. It's probably not related to our distance, though. We're still not nearly far enough to have any sort of I don't know what's the word for it. I wouldn't say warps. Oh, that's good. But I wouldn't be seeing any Farland style abnormalities because those I believe those still exist after the Farlands got blocked. They didn't get patched. They never patched the Farlands. There's mods that would just tear that wall down because it is a wall. They literally just physically blocked people from going into the Farlands. I tried it myself just to make sure it was real. There's not. It's all a lie. The Farlands would still be real if they didn't have a border. Like, you know, the borders you see in, like, I don't know, UHCs? I don't know if they actually have them in UHCs. But that's what they have at, like, I think it's several chunks before when the Farlands would start. And then it just, the generation just stops. Or I'm completely wrong. Which is possible. It might be a lot closer than that. But I don't remember properly. All of my information comes from like I think an Ant Venom video I watched like months upon months ago. So I don't normally watch Ant Venom. He's not the kind of YouTuber I usually watch. Also, we can finally make a hat out of diamonds without ever having gone into the mines, which I think is insane. Also, I'm gonna turn those emeralds into an emerald block because I can. And I think once I get a stack of iron blocks, I'm gonna start turning. I'm gonna drop all the nuggets, and I'm just gonna keep doing it in this slot. Like, pretend those are iron blocks. I'm just gonna keep the ingots instead of just all these little useless nuggets. I don't know. I've talked about this in like my last 3 videos, but I'm like really excited to see Copper get an update. I might make a video on me trying to beat the game, not a game, beat the game with copper armor as my best pieces. I will allow myself to use gold. I will. Because there's no way I'm getting through piglin trading without gold armor. Oh my lord, I'm way off target. Yeah, but from what I remember, copper armor is like 2/3 of the protection that iron armor provides, which, oh my lord, it's another village. How many of these damn villages am I gonna find today? I've already found 2. And a temple. I love spruce villages, though. Their loot isn't necessarily the best. Well, actually, I think that... no, I take that back. I'm pretty sure their loot is the best. Yeah, I think they have the best loot tables. Because they have their blacksmiths. I mean, not blacksmiths, weaponsmiths are really common. If I remember correctly. Yeah. I was on YouTube Shorts recently. And I just do it often. I try to keep myself away from short form content like that. Despite making some, I don't like to watch them. I'm not gonna say I never watch them, because that would be complete bullshit. But, ooh. That's really nice. And on top of that, they get only slightly damaged armor from like the last village I looted. Now, what do I want to talk about? I feel like this is probably not the audience where I want to be talking about things like romantic life stuff. I don't know. I doubt anyone. Well, based on the statistics I get from YouTube, I don't think a lot of people are watching up to this point. So I don't know, but I've never been someone who's really cared about what someone looks like. I'm definitely straight, that's for sure. There's not. I mean, there might be a chance I've just never met the right kind of guy, but it's. I don't feel like that's the case. Um, but yeah, I've always been someone for personality. I mean, I prefer short girls most of the time, but aside from that, as long as you're like, as long as I don't turn to stone when I look at you, or not you specifically, as long as I don't turn to stone when I look at the girl, and as long as the girl isn't built like Moby Dick, then yeah, we're good. As in terms of physical appearance, personality. I've always kind of liked someone I could define as cute, and there's a lot of ways I can define that. But it's mostly just for short people. If I'm going for someone who's, Lord, you're loud. But if I'm going for someone who's like as tall as I am or taller, I want someone who's serious, not deadpan serious, but like I don't know. Overall, I want someone thoughtful. Like I'm not looking for someone who's cute but kind of hollow-headed. Like I don't like shallow people in general, honestly. I like someone who I could have a maybe not necessarily intellectual. I'm not looking for someone who's got like all the knowledge in their head, but I'm looking for someone who's knows how to think. I think is the word what I'm trying to say. Like and think for themselves too. I don't want someone who's believing something because they saw it on TV. I want someone who's believing something because they've done research or they've collected data from a wide variety of sources. I mean, my brain works pretty well around science and history, and neither science nor history are complete without a wide variety of sources. Well, maybe not necessarily a wide variety, but a variety of sources. You can't just get all of your news from one place. I hate that idea. Like, I don't know. I don't know a whole lot of news stations. Fox News, I know that. What's that one? I heard some talk. I was friends with someone once before I moved, and a lot of times when they wanted to talk about stuff, they'd source it from Fox News. And I asked them once, you know, what news stations do you watch? And he's like, only Fox. That's not healthy. You're only getting one source. And I don't watch Fox News, so I don't actually know how reliable it is, but a lot of news stations, I don't know, blow things out of proportion sometimes. Or on the flip side, they will kind of suppress ideas, I guess, make it seem like it's a lot less of an issue than it necessarily is. Um, and if you're getting your ideas from just news too, like you, there's some truth to hearing things like "don't believe everything you see on TV," because it might not always be true. And they're right about that. Um, Definitely don't believe everything you see on YouTube. That is, I've even in the time that I've been doing um, YouTube Shorts, I've been seeing some like wildly inaccurate information. Like, if you want to sound smart, read a book. I don't mean like read fiction. I mean read nonfiction. Read a book about what you want to be smart in. Because unless you're the kind of guy that your brain just absorbs knowledge like a sponge, like mine does sometimes, but not very often, then you're probably going to want to have some specifics that you can be really smart in. Like me, I'm really smart when it comes to things like Minecraft. I mean, maybe not the newer updates, but certainly the older ones. What else am I really smart with? I'm really smart when it comes to things like history, especially like military history. Not ancient history, though. I don't like ancient history very much. It's like, and for a couple of reasons. The first one is, and probably the biggest one is, ancient history. There's not a lot of times religion inspired what you were writing back in ancient times, and I've got nothing against religion. I don't like the idea of taking all of your information from religious texts, because religious texts, like my issues with the Gutenberg Bible is by the time it reached the printing press, God only knows how many slight mistakes have been made in that, and how many misunderstandings of the original were made. Like, there could be chapters that got removed from that, intentionally or unintentionally, from the Bible. Like, and here's the thing. There was so little writing back then that we would have no way of knowing. This is kind of why I just don't trust writings from before creation of the printing press, because by the time of, I mean, when the printing press got created, pretty much every book started being mass produced, and you could find not just one copy of that book that looks that way, but you could find usually a bunch of copies of that book that are all the same, because that's how printing presses kind of work. Kind of. This has gotten horribly off topic. Okay, I'll get back into what I wanted to talk about. What was I originally talking about? Wow, that was really bad shovel luck. Persevanishing ending. Outright, my taste in women. I like the idea of someone who's willing to split work. Like, I don't want... I don't like the extremist version of the strong, independent woman, where she's got to do everything by herself, and I don't like the idea of the extremist version of masculinity either, because that takes in my opinion, it takes out the cooperation out of relationships. What else? I kind of like blonde girls, but I don't think I've ever found a blonde girl who's actually matched my taste before, which is kind of unfortunate. I also like someone who's not like overly shy. I like someone who's a bit needy. Like, again, not because I want them to rely on me or anything, but because I'm kind of an introvert, and if they don't reach out first, I probably won't reach out at all. Or if I do, I won't be able to keep a conversation for long. I mean, you guys by now probably know how I work. Anyone who's watched this far into this video is probably a dedicated viewer of some sort. You probably have watched enough of my videos to know that I tend to trail off when I'm talking. What else? One thing is I find girls who are just a little bit awkward kind of cute. Like, I don't know why necessarily, but I don't know. I just don't like people who aren't neurodivergent. I don't want someone who's really close to neurotypical, which I know neurotypical doesn't exist. But at the same time, I kind of believe it exists because I have a group of people I classify as neurotypical. What? Is that a pufferfish? Oh, what's that noise? That's not even like the weird, scary noise. The noise that kind of spooked me because I'd never heard it before. That was just weird. And it just went right over this. Like a goof. And there's 16 gapples. And I think if I find one by then, if I reach, let's say 200 subscribers, which I'm on kind of a path towards ever so slowly. At like 79 right now. But if I reach 200 subscribers and I have a God Apple, I will eat that God Apple on recording because I only play this world. As much as I would love to play this world privately, and I guess there are some times where I could consider it privately playing, but a lot of times it's very, very short times, and it's either because my video data corrupted, because it was back when my computer would sometimes crash when I was running OBS, and it would corrupt the data file, which had something to do with how I was recording. It was super, super weird. I still don't remember how I fixed it, but it just didn't work out very well with my PC. Because every once in a while my PC would crash, and then if my PC crashed while I was recording, the video data would automatically corrupt. Oh my god. Yo. You guys have no idea how rare this shit is. Yo. I don't actually know how rare it is, but you're not supposed to be able to see these. I actually have no idea how rare that is. That might actually be really common. There's the seed. Here's the coordinates. I'm not gonna say them. If you really wanted to see them. Yeah. And you know what? If I reach 1,000 subscribers, when I reach if I reach 1,000 subscribers, if I reach 1,000 subscribers, when I reach 1,000 subscribers, I will add a I don't know, the world file, I think is. I don't know what kind of file it is, but I'll have a zip for the world file, a world save in my 1,000 subscriber video, which will probably be just running in this environment again, and I am a bit off from my target. 150,000 blocks, hooray! Only like, well, I'm mathing really, really slowly right now. Like 7 more times we have to do that. So it'll be a little while. Needless to say, eventually I'll get to 1 million. If I have a god apple at 1 million blocks, I'll eat that too. I mean, I'll eat that at 1 million blocks. If I have a god apple at 1 million blocks, I'm replacing my blocks of amethyst with it. Because the amethyst shards are, in my opinion, more valuable than the amethyst itself. Because anytime you find a geode, there isn't a guaranteed chance to get emerald shards. But there is a guaranteed chance to get amethyst. Yeah. Feeling pretty good. I'm not going to make a video about my hardcore world today, because I'm not in the mood for building. Also, I don't think I have nearly enough resources still. I mean, what was it, a 13-minute video? Gathering resources. Because I don't play that hardcore world outside of YouTube. That's the issue, is I never do off-camera stuff. Like, aside from the handful of scrapped videos I have, literally the entirety of this world has been recorded. Oh! Can you go for this? Yep. Uh. Oh, this is disrespectful. What am I doing, man? This is sad. This is horrible. Oh, I messed up that parkour so bad. And I could have just went around it. Oh, I feel so bad. Ooh, well that makes me feel better. Yeah. I haven't done Minecraft modded. I've done Minecraft recently. I haven't done modded Minecraft recently. I don't think I really intend on getting into modded Minecraft on this channel anymore. Maybe I will, but I don't think I really want to. So the thing is, without other players to play with, after the initial surprise, modded Minecraft gets really boring, in my opinion. Oh, fuck. Ooh, 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 ooh. Bup. Bup. Yeah, we're taking all the coal. This is a good day, I guess. This is odd house. I would hate to live in a house that's literally the entirety of the interior is just 2 furnaces and a bed. Like, there was a lantern, 2 furnaces, and a bed, and that was the man's entire house. This house sucks. There's nothing in that chest, except for a leather chest plate. And if I remember correctly, the blacksmiths in this village were, like, super stupid rare. Oh, you slept in his bed. You know what? I'm gonna let you sleep like a good person. You know what? I'm sleeping outside. Like a... Yeah. Yeah. I don't think I've talked about it in a while, so I'm probably gonna finish this video fairly soon, and I'm gonna make a short video on why Season 1 isn't coming back, like why I'm not continuing it despite having the world again. Because I actually found the world save. And also... Or actually, I might not have ever lost it. I might have just gotten bored of it. No, I remember. That was one of the times when my game crashed and the video got deleted. And here's the thing. It was a 2-hour session on episode 2. What would it look like if I went right from, like, I don't know, watch my first Hardcore Series 2 video, and then watch the third one. Like, imagine if that's what was happening. Like, that would be... You'd probably be so confused, and it'd be even worse, because it was such a long recording. Like, I was actually making that video for, like, 2 hours. It was a 2-hour-long video, and it got cut short. I made so much progress. My PC crashed, and I was so mad. I remember now, I made the excuse that I'd lost the world save when transferring places. When really all that happened was I was on a new recording software and something happened and my video got corrupted. And interestingly enough, I figured out eventually how to recover those videos. I did it once. It was like mildly corrupted Bed Wars video, I think is what I called it. And that was one of the like 4 times I tried to make a Minecraft video with my friends. No, it wasn't 4, it was 3. That's a village. I saw the house. But yeah. I don't know, I think I haven't said in a while, but if there's anyone who's watched to this point, thank you. And to anyone aside from my IRL friends, because you guys can just text me, my email address is in the description of my YouTube channel, and you guys can send me a email that I might eventually see, because I rarely check my email, if you want to do a video with me. So I know the content to make is kind of ass, but I think I could probably supplement it with another player to at least improve its quality a little bit. Let's see, open, nothing. This one's got nothing too. This one might have something. Nothing. Nothing. Wait. Oh no, this is different. This is the smithing table house. Beetroot seeds. A crop that nobody grows. Because it's the beetroot kind of sucks. And the only good part of beetroot is that you can make beetroot stew, which I believe doesn't even give you any more hunger back than just eating the 6 beetroot. I think the only difference is it gives you more saturation. That's the only difference, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Here we go. Come on. Nothing. I always wondered, why are there ones that just don't have those ladders? Why is Minecraft cruel enough to make us have a 50-50 chance of getting the station? Because they're so rare in anyways, and they're kind of hard to locate because they're all white and they blend in with the snow. And on top of that, only half of them actually have that. I will say, though, that it's interesting that the only potion there is the only potion you can craft without nether wart. I don't know why. I don't know why any of the potions don't require awkward potions to make. But for some reason, weakness potions do not require a single piece of nether wart craft. It does require blaze rods, though, so you can't just make them in the overworld. That'd just be a little too nice, wouldn't it? there's another village. I will say anyone who's been with my channel for a while probably knows that. Occasionally I get spooked by just random things in Minecraft. And I'm not certain why it is, but I suspect that oftentimes it has something to do with my mental condition, which has never been the best. I'm itchy. There's nothing in there. That's a barrel house. Oh, there's a blacksmith. That's a weaponsmith, actually. They used to be called blacksmiths. Now they're called weaponsmiths, but I still call them blacksmiths because blacksmiths. And no one will ever be able to tell me that they can't be blacksmiths anymore. Wow. The only thing I need to take from this is the bread. That's incredibly sad. Oh. Me when the villagers come up to me and drop that crazy voice line. I hate zombies. They make such irritating noises, though. This is a Fletcher. He has a chest. It's not a Fletcher, but he has a chest. No, it's the spruce villages that have Fletchers that look a little bit like that. And this house has nothing. Except for a bed and 2 furnaces. Oh, wait. Yeah, they have torches. Okay. I thank God that Minecraft made those parallel to each other, because otherwise I would go insane every time I saw it. One thing more I'd like to talk about before I turn this off is the fact that currently my most viewed video is called stuck.mp4. And it's not even Minecraft, despite this being a Minecraft and War Thunder channel. One of the 3 videos I've ever made of Backrooms content. Fuck. Child, no. But one of the 3 Backrooms videos I've ever made got more views than my first 60 videos combined. Can you believe that? The first 60 videos I ever made got less views than this one random Backrooms video. It makes me so disappointed. Like, my passion is Minecraft. And I'm famous for something that I'm not passionate about. I only need 3 stacks of bread in my inventory. I don't need to have this little overflow stack. Nope, they move way too fast. Yeah. More ocean ruins. And a forest. Mixed forest. Sometimes, though, I wish we had just oak forest. You know, it'd be a really cool dimension. A dimension that brought, like, a portal that brought, oh my god, you fucker. A portal that brought you right into, like, Minecraft Alpha. Like, that would be really cool. Like, brings you back to peak oh, not peak. Mount Alpha wasn't quite peak. But like the OG Minecraft. It looks so different too. I played it recently. Alpha is so much different from this. It's crazy. Like, yeah. We'll loot this ruin portal and I'll just be done. Because I've got my thumbnail. There's no real point in staying any longer. Simple touch. Someone's gonna cringe at that. I don't care. Yeah. Let me get on top of a tree first. Not this tree, it's too short. That one. Perfect. Yeah, I'll see you next time if you're still watching. Bye bye.